Rinse and repeat 63 more times. What a beautiful day. Well, except for this rain. Otherwise, there's absolutely nothing wrong at all. Nothing at all wrong. Nothing. Nothing at all wrong with what we're seeing here. No problem here, guys. Everything is just how it should be. Yep, just a rendering error. Yep, having difficulty rendering the blocks that burnt away. Whoops. So we had a little fire, we had a little mishap, and I'm assuming it came from this furnace thing I had. There used to be lava in there. I can still hear something burning. Oh, I think I have fire on top of that nether rack. Let's get rid of that. So yeah, between that fire and the lava, something caught fire. Possibly this fence post. And then it spread. And it spread. But it could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. So not a huge deal, really. I mean, sure, yeah, it burnt a lot of this down, but it didn't burn more than half of it down. So I can easily copy it if I want to. We could easily just copy it right back. And it wouldn't be that much work. There's your problem. You got no floor. But they all want to be in this one house, apparently. And the iron golems, too. Yeah. Whatever. So yeah, that's unfortunate. And I even knew about the bug. So I saw Etho discover it. But I didn't even think about it. Didn't even think I had a spot that I really had to be concerned with. Alright, zombie, I hear ya. Okay. There you go. You're welcome. And this guy's kind of interesting. My perfect villager, which is no longer a perfect villager. So he used to have sharpness 3. Did he always have that? He used to have paper as his last trade, as was, you know, the perfect villager. But now that doesn't even matter anymore. But yeah, it's interesting because he has 2 of these. And if you lock this one, you can still trade more if you wanted to with that one. But interesting. Yeah, punch. So he's got like 2 books, possibly 3 books. Blast. Sharpness. Yeah, like all these changed. So I know they said existing villagers would not be affected, but yes they have. They sure have. But yeah, so I'm running a new snapshot. Exciting stuff. What are we doing? 14W03, and not too much different in there. There's some stuff for like map making and stuff. But other than that, not a whole lot. There's a new skin mechanic. I did run my skin through image editor to the new format to see if I could play around with it. So it's hard to tell, but if you look at my shoulders, you can see my shirt sticks out. My gloves are sticking out. So there's individual layers, skin customization, and you can actually turn those off. So I could like turn off my left sleeve and my left pant leg. And there I no longer have any pants. And I gave myself a unique skin underneath. Avert your eyes. Let's see, we'll turn everything off except for my beard. We'll keep my beard on. There we go. There's my free yourself skin in case I'm ever stranded on a deserted island. I think I'd be well suited. Very good. There we go. All right. So, maybe I'll cover up a bit. Perfect. There we go. So yeah, that's most notably the only thing that really changed, other than iron golem farms, I guess. I just heard from Albert Fisk, fellow Olympian on the Olympus server, that yeah, iron golem farms have been nerfed as well. So iron ingots now require... Where am I going? This door broke again too. So I think there's something going on. Maybe redstone, or it doesn't work as a reliable bud. I don't know. But yeah, you actually have to kill the iron golems now to get the iron drop. So no more passively collecting iron. You still can collect them, mind you, but and then kill them off. But that's more troublesome and more likely to cause lag because you're going to end up storing them up and then forgetting about them until your game comes to a crawl, and then you're like, oh yeah, iron golems. Then there's like 40,000 of them. Is there not a crafting bench there? Come on, guy. So yeah, we did some, as you saw at the beginning of the episode, killed a whole stack of withers, to get a stack of beacons. There we go. Now that was pretty cheap the way I killed them, using Panda's method, using piston to push them into the ceiling. But for large quantities of beacons, I think that's okay, and I do want to set up a more fun way of killing them in the future. Like when we get an arena set up, maybe we'll have a goal of like killing 100 withers. Not at once, good God, no, not at one person, but like a total of 100 kills or something like that. And I wonder, if we look at our statistics, does it show, now where's mobs? Does it actually have like the wither as a trackable item? I see squid, chicken, cow, pig, witch, magma, blaze, silver, cave, enderman, gas, slime, zombie, spider, skeleton, creeper. That's interesting, they don't. So you can't actually track how many times you've killed the wither, can you? Or maybe you can, but not where I'm looking. Because that would be cool if you could track that. And we could aim for like 100 wither kills in a legitimate battle arena. But yeah, I've been working with these a little bit. So if we go down to the bottom, I want to use these for maybe some lighting. So our iron golem on demand will still function for that purpose, for killing mobs. Oh, also they fixed the bug with babies on chickens, so the chickens should now despawn with the little baby, the baby zombie, and they no longer lay eggs either. So these cats may not be needed. I am wondering what happens if you kill the zombie. Does the chicken just despawn instantly with that zombie when it's killed, or in that case does the chicken remain? Anyway, I haven't actually witnessed anything. Wow. It's raining. And then, yeah, I haven't done anything else with this. But, yeah, we got our final iron golem in here. So they're all fully loaded at 3 each. And we could add more in there if we really wanted to, but not really a need. I think 3. Yep, they all have 3. But, yeah, in terms of lighting, if we hop on over to the other side, I don't think that's going to make it. Oh, it made it. I've been working on throwing some lighting up in the ceiling a bit, since these lamps are no longer on. These lamps come on if I turn on this other mob farm, which was my original mob farm, which is like the Etho design with the water streams and they fall down the middle. Yeah, this is what I used to use and it worked quite well. But then, yeah, I built the piston pusher one instead and it made this one obsolete. So yeah, I've been adding a bit of light up top and I'll change out the stone as well eventually. And I did a little bit of work here and then I kind of stopped and thought we should probably do this together. So I think we'll come here at an episode soon and kind of redo this all of our little railing and walkways in here. And I was looking at this, man, it's very hard to tell if there's like a pane missing. Sometimes I have just certain colors missing or I didn't have enough, so there's like certain holes. And I'd fall down like over and over and over again. But anyway, I added this bracket, and for lighting, I used a couple beacons. I think they actually look pretty cool there. So I kind of wanted to do more of that, which is what prompted me to go and kill and get a stack of beacon blocks. So yeah, it looks kind of cool, and I added in the new, whatever that block's called. I already forgot. But otherwise, it's just kind of like an angle bracket, I guess, and it's attaching to the mob farm, but I think we do various things like that, and also maybe attach them to like the ceiling. So maybe from here we could go on up with a cobblestone wall or something like that. I think that would be cool. But yeah, maybe we'll come back another day to do that. We're going to go swing by the Nether now and check the progress over there because I did a little bit of work. I also went quartz mining and filled an ender chest and then whatever room I had left in my inventory full of nether quartz. little trickier with without natural regen. Basically, not as much ender pearling as I would normally do. And then I had some regen potions that I brought with me. And I did end up killing ghasts. Like, I used less potions than ghast tears. So, in terms of, like, net profit, or whatever, net loss, or net gain, I gained tears instead of losing tears. In the journey, I only kind of used about 2 tiers worth of potions, and I came back with about 6. But yeah. Okay, let's take that off. I should probably put my clothes back on. Common problem when you get older. You just forget. There we go. Perfect. The added layer does make you look a little bit more chubby, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I look fatter than I used to. Whew. Alright guys, with the armoring thing, I was wondering if I should do it a little bit different. If I should have like 2. One to drop off my normal armor, and then one to pick up your new armor, or if I should make it so that there's just one stand and you just basically swap out armors. So like right now I could have dumped off my old armor and then got re-equipped with this armor, and then this will now house my default armor, and then when I come back I simply do the same thing again. I could drop it all off and it would equip. Oops, where's my pants? So yeah, this isn't quite 100%. So what do you guys think about that though? Having just one station, which will just swap gear, and then I could have still another armor set somewhere else, like a wither armor set or something, like in the end where I typically do the wither killing, or if wherever we set up an arena. While I'm talking, I'm just gonna head on this way. And whoops, wow, that things have moved. Where's music? This is a way to get rid of the minecart sound. There we go. So yeah, if we had our wither arena in the end, then we could have another setup over there. So then, again, you just dump your armor and switch armor sets. So I think that might be better. Be a little bit different to wire. But there's a problem with the wiring on that one anyway, so I have to fix that. So we might as well do a complete redesign, maybe. Okay, so here we are over at the Wither Skeleton Farm, and I did these stairs. I don't know if they'll stay exactly like this, but I kind of liked what I did with the glowstone, so I added it down here to all the stairs. They don't actually provide any light. It's just that kind of glitchy thing. If I get rid of it, you can see it gets really bright, but it looks kind of neat. So yeah, the stairs I felt were a little bit too long. So instead of having one giant stairway, I decided just to have a small little landing here. And for right now, this is how we get into the storage. And I did a little bit of the floor. I'm not sure if we're going to keep it like that. Just kind of wanted to... I quickly threw down something to give us an idea. And I've done some windows as well, so we'll take a look at those. And I tried capturing them with my alt account, so we'll see how that turned out. So for instance, we have... Actually, before we do that, I haven't lit the portals yet, so why don't we go ahead, assuming I have a flint and steel, although we could probably make one. Sure. I'm most positive there's probably one already in there somewhere, but I'm not going to look. Now I've gotten, there's 4 more that didn't make it up there as of yet for no real reason. I was just picking them randomly, and at one point I kind of ran out of blue glass, so if yours had blue in it, I didn't do it, basically, and then I found out I had some lapis over in the overworld by the wither killing area, and then I did make some more blue anyway. But anyway, so yeah, there's DNA by Albert Fist. Is that your name? Fisk? Fisk, I think. I spelled that wrong. The Morilibus frame by Nades. I called it Modesty. It's by Simon Games. I don't think he gave me a name. And then Winter Night by Fancy Blue Pants. So those 4 I haven't put up yet. But I think those are the last 4 I have. So if you're not there and you don't see your window in a second here, then chances are I didn't get it or I overlooked it. So please feel free to send it again. So yeah, it's going to be kind of tricky. So we have to get on the outside. Let's just light them all up. So yeah, I put all the obsidian in, and I did a little bit of a whole bunch of harvesting as well that you saw. Let's not fall in the lava. Yeah, a bunch of obsidian there, but it was inside my village, so I had access to haste too, so it went fairly quickly. And yeah, where'd we come through? There we go, and we'll do this side. We're gonna see how annoying and loud it is with with these portals actually activated. We might not keep them, depending. If they're too much of a pain, if they're too loud, too laggy, we'll get rid of them. But it does give a cool effect. And goodbye, pigmen. Maybe? No? Okay. Fine. Stay around. Stick around. Don't go away. Words? Alright, now let's go inside. And we'll give these guys their... Okay, let's eat first. Let's eat. Alright. So... Oh yeah, that brightens them up quite a bit, I think. Very loud, though. Alright, so here we go. We have Chicken on a Fence Post by Ian Paul Cook. And some of the designs, I don't know if this was one of them. Some of them were 9 wide. I don't remember if I maybe just misspoke or if you guys gave me the wrong dimensions. Probably both. So some of them I had to crop off like the edges. So if your image doesn't look exactly right, that's probably why. It's because I had to do that. So some of them you'll see don't quite work out. This one is, of course, The M by D-Gamer. And that was already done, so I don't have a time-lapse of that one. This one is Magma by Combat Killer. And he actually made 2. He has another one that was called Cake. And then he made this one as well. And I think he liked this one better. And I'm not sure if I got the colors right on this, so you'll have to let me know. I used, I think, gray there. But yeah, it's sometimes difficult to tell which color the stained glass is in the screenshots you guys send. But yeah, this one's Magma. Pretty cool. And depending, I might even throw up his other one too if we have extra space. This one is by Sheen D Pudding. So yeah, Sheen provided me with like this image with stained glass, and then he also did one in wool, which made it really easy to follow. So thank you for that. So this one's called Master Eye by Sheen D Pudding, or Taser is his Minecraft name. Alright, next up we have Block Worlds by Daco. And I believe Daco has a secondary one as well. He made 2. So depending how many we get, and if we have space, he might get his second one put up as well. So yeah, that's Block Worlds. Very cool. This one, I don't think had a name, so... And this was one that I had to crop. So there's supposed to be another row on the side, the left side and the right side, which do help give it a bit more of a spider feel. Like the fangs curve inwards, and you can see the back leg curve. But yeah, I had to crop it so it would fit. This is called, well, I called it Spider, but it didn't have a title. So Gray One, if you want to give it a title, let me know. And if you want me to shift it, I think it still works like this. You can still tell what it is. But yeah, if you want to make any changes just based on the limitations, I had to crop off the 2 edges, the outside edges. But I could have maybe shifted the image to the left or right as well. So get the fangs in place, maybe, in view. But anyway, moving right along. This one is entitled From the Depths. And this is by Dax Master. This is one of the first ones I got. And now that I know what it is, I can totally see what it is. And it's supposed to be a wither there in the center. And then I'm pretty sure that's a beacon at the top. Looks like a beacon, so that's pretty cool. Very fitting. Whoops. Whoopsie. So yeah, very cool, very cool. And then last one I got to do was Lightning Storm by Hobby Guy. And that one I had run out of the blue at that point, so I used light blue here. Although now I could swap it back and put the dark blue. But yes, so you got your dirt, your grass, your ocean, and then gray dark skies with some lightning bolts. Very cool. So yeah, thank you very much guys for all these, and yeah, if anybody still wants to make one, feel free to do so. I have a feeling I'm going to go back a little bit more. I might even go back all the way to the landmass, and then once I get to the landmass I'll start curving up, because that might make keeping spawning on the rails at a minimum a lot easier if I'm going through land. So yeah, and then I still need 4 more over here as well. I've got 1 in place that I've made, but I might even get rid of that one. I'd rather have ones that you guys have made. So there'll be another 4 in this area, and I'm sure we'll have other areas that we could put in some windows as well. Alright, so the center part here is the rail. This is where we're going to be coming in. I'm not sure if we'll go all the way to the end or not, or if it'll stop like back here or something. Or if we'll have it even go lower down. Maybe we'll have it duck down and pop you out on this landing or something like that. Who knows? And then these outside edges are just going to be for walking or riding with the horse. And I don't know about this layout or design. I just kind of threw something out, or threw something down. And that's using a similar color scheme as down there with the skull. I even put in a bit of coal here. Those shouldn't be able to ignite because they're going to be covered completely. So even though there's lava like a couple blocks away, I don't think I'll run into a problem. That one could maybe burn if the lava's close enough. I don't know. So yeah, we could either do something like this, going all the way down, and just kind of repeat it, or try to do a couple different patterns maybe. Or we could opt out of the glass and go for a slabbed floor. So the real goal here is to prevent spawning. And once there's rails on this full block here, and all these other blocks are occupied, there won't be any chance of any pigmen being able to spawn here either. And that's kind of why I want to maybe stop the track back here as well, so we don't have to worry about all these air blocks at this height all over here that could allow pigmen to spawn on the rail. So yeah, if we push it back about 10 blocks, we should be safe. Cool, cool. Well, I think that's about it for today. We didn't really build anything, but we covered all these guys. So again, thank you very much for those that have made it. And yeah, the ones that I haven't put up yet, those 4 there are going to go up next. And if you've submitted one and you don't see it here and you don't see your name down there, feel free to send it to me again, either through the YouTube. You can just put it on this video in the comments. Just send a link to an image site with the picture of your window, with the name and what you want your name to be, so what you want the title to be, and who you are, so whatever name you want displayed. And yeah, I appreciate it. It's kind of cool having your guys' builds in my world. And yeah, I'm playing around with some things, but we'll come here and maybe actually work out the general idea. So we'll have to start throwing in some more shape. Right now I'm just kind of putting this shell, so all this stone is very plain. That's just kind of the protective wall so that the ghasts can't shoot at me. And now that the windows are in place, there's very limited area where ghasts can actually see me. So now we can start kind of decorating this, and I'm thinking we'll probably put pillars or something, or like partial pillars that are stuck out of the wall going up here in between the windows. And I did end up playing with the gap as well. I think we had like 7 at one point. Now it's only 5 between, so it's 7 for the window, 5 gap, 7 for the window, 5 gap, etc. So yeah, coming together nicely. Coming together nicely. Alright guys, well, take it easy. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it, as always. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode. And welcome to all new subscribers and viewers. I think my view count for my single player LP has gone up. So welcome to all the new people, and feel free to throw a comment down to say hello. And yeah, welcome to the channel. Bye-bye.